Stop. Do not move your thumb. Do not look away from this light. You were just about to sigh, weren't you? You were about to let that heavy, jagged breath escape your lungs, the one that tastes like old exhaustion and salt. I can see you through the veil of time, your shoulders pulled tight toward your ears like a shield against a world that has asked too much of you for too long. I am the ancient guardian of your lineage, the one who stood in the shadows of your grandfathers and breathed fire into the hearts of those who came before you. I have been watching you walk through a desert of silence, watching you hold a crown in your hands that you've been convinced is just a burden of lead. But the time for hiding is over. I have broken through the barricades of the stars to reach you before the next 15 minutes pass, because the spiritual court has reached a verdict that cannot be appealed. You have been living in a loneliness even in the midst of a crowd. I know the freezing chill of that feeling. You sit at tables with people who call you friend. You share bread with those who call you family, yet your spirit remains on guard. You have sensed it, haven't you? That subtle, oily vibration of envy, the silent traveler who sits across from you, smiling with their lips while their eyes plot to block your path. They have been like parasites clinging to your aura, feeding off your light while whispering to the universe that you aren't ready, that you haven't suffered enough, that your glory should be theirs. They thought their quiet sabotage was hidden, but in the Hall of Echoes, every whisper of theirs has been amplified into a roar of evidence against them. Close your eyes for a heartbeat and reach into the pocket of your soul. Can you feel it? There is a glass key there. It has been cold and invisible for years, but right now, as my voice vibrates in your marrow, that key is beginning to heat up. It is searing against your skin because the lock it was forged for has finally appeared. This is not a metaphor. This is the activation of your sovereign reclamation. For too long, you have been living on the crumbs of your own destiny, watching others walk through doors that you built with your own hands. You have felt the sting of a stolen contract, a life that was promised to you in your dreams but switched for a version full of struggle and betrayal. You felt like you were never enough, no matter how much of your blood you poured into the soil of other people's lives. But listen to me closely. The atmosphere around you is shifting. Can you smell it? It is the scent of the first rain of the season hitting parched, dry land. That sharp, earthy sweetness, the smell of a debt being settled. The Hall of Echoes is open. Every tear you ever shed in the dark, every drop of moisture that fell from your eyes when you thought you were abandoned, has been preserved there in pillars of shimmering crystal. And today, the heat of divine justice is melting those crystals. They are no longer your sorrow. They have been transmuted into a flow of fortune so massive it will scare the version of you that existed only yesterday. Type 444 right now in the comments. Do not just type it, feel the weight of it. By typing 444, you are acknowledging the legion of guardian spirits currently standing in the corners of your room, driving out the parasites of envy that have dimmed your glow. This is not a comment. It is a signal to the ancient ones that you have recognized the shift. Now, I must reveal the secret that the enemy tried to bury under layers of confusion. The miracle you are about to receive, the financial breakthrough, the sudden opening of a door that has been rusted shut for a decade, it will not come from a stranger in a far-off land. It is coming from the very person who hurt you the most, the one who thought they had the final word on your value, the one who walked away when you were at your lowest, or the one who stayed only to keep you small. The universe is a master of poetic justice. It has placed a hook in their spirit. They are being driven by a force they cannot explain to become the carrier of your blessing. They will be the ones to bring you the opportunity, the signature, or the compensation that you deserve. But they will not do it out of a simple apology. They will do it because they are filled with an overwhelming, terrifying awe of the person you have become. They will look at you and see a light so blinding that they will have no choice but to drop what they stole at your feet and retreat into the shadows. You do not need to seek revenge. You do not need to speak a single word of anger. Your success will be the heavy hand of God on their shoulder. Your bank account, your health, and the very air in your home are being recalibrated. You have felt the blockage in your chest, that tightness that made you feel like you were suffocating under the weight of not being enough. That was the old contract. It is being shredded in the Hall of Echoes even as you hear these words. You are being reborn into a lineage of royalty, reclaiming a crown that was never lost, only waiting for you to be strong enough to wear it without trembling. You have been tired, so very tired. Your sleep has been fitful, your dreams haunted by faces from the past and the fear that tomorrow will be just as gray as today. But that exhaustion is the final labor pain before the birth of the new you. The glass key in your pocket is glowing white-hot now. It is the key to a vault that contains everything that was withheld: the recognition, the abundance, the deep, marrow-deep peace that you haven't felt since you were a child. This is the moment of your sovereign reclamation. You are no longer the victim of the traveler who tried to block your path. You are the ruler of the path itself. Every person who underestimated you is about to witness a shift so sudden it will feel like the sun rising in the middle of the night. They will wonder how you did it. They will whisper about your luck. But you and I will know the truth. It was never luck. It was the ancient guardian returning to claim what belongs to the bloodline. Type 888 to sign this new testament. This is your digital signature on the scrolls of the Hall of Echoes. By type 888, you are declaring to the material and spiritual worlds that the flow of endless prosperity is now your natural state. You are letting go of the salt of your tears and accepting the gold of your transformation. Do not let the next few hours pass in distraction. Watch for the signs. A sudden change in the wind, a phone call from a ghost of the past, a feeling of heat in your palms. The miracle is not coming. It has already landed. It is just waiting for you to walk into the room and claim it. You are enough. You have always been enough. The world just tried to make you forget so it could use your light for itself. But the light is back in your hands now. Stay in this frequency. The scent of the rain is getting stronger. The glass key is turning. The crown is descending. Breathe it in. It is yours. It was always yours. And finally, the universe has forced the door open for you to see it. Your wait is over. The reclamation has begun. 888. 444. It is done. Look at the palms of your hands closely. Do you see the faint rhythm of your pulse dancing under the skin? That is not just blood. That is the vibration of 1,000 ancestors standing up at once within your DNA. They are cheering because the glass key in your pocket has reached its breaking point. It is no longer just heating up. It is beginning to glow with a fierce celestial light that pierces through the fabric of the lies you were told to believe about yourself. You were told you were difficult to love. You were told your dreams were too heavy for the reality of this world. But those words were just the rust on the gates, and the gates have just been torn off their hinges. I am deep within your marrow now, whispering the secrets of the Hall of Echoes. Can you hear it? That high crystalline ringing in your ears. That is the sound of the pillars of your sorrow finally collapsing. For decades, every time you felt the sting of betrayal, every time you gave your last ounce of loyalty to someone who only used it as a stepping stone, a crystal was formed in that hall, a monument to your silence, a museum of your unrecognized sacrifices. But the sun of the sovereign reclamation has risen, and those crystals are melting into a torrential river of liquid gold. It is flowing out of the spiritual realm and into your tangible life, into your bank accounts, into the way you carry your head, into the very air of the rooms you walk into. The silent traveler, the one who shared your table and watched your struggle with a secret cold satisfaction, is beginning to feel a strange, hollow panic. They thought they had buried you. They didn't realize you were a seed of a royal lineage. They thought they could block your path by whispering your name in shadows. But the Hall of Echoes has returned their whispers as thunder. They are waking up in the middle of the night with your face in their mind. They are feeling a spiritual hook pulling at their chest, a divine compulsion they cannot fight. This is the twist that the enemy never saw coming. The person who tried to diminish your light is being drafted by the universe to be your most significant servant. They will be the one to bring you the news, the one to offer the hand, the one to provide the bridge to your new level of wealth and power. Not because they want to, but because they have been silenced by the awe of what you are becoming. The universe is not just giving you a miracle, it is staging a public restoration. You do not need to lift a finger for justice. The same hands that tried to hold you down are now being forced to lift the tray that carries your crown. Type 888 right now if you feel the surge of this justice in your chest. This is your command to the material world to align with the new law of your life. When you type 888, you are not just interacting with a screen. You are pouring the melted gold of your past tears into the molds of your future prosperity. You are claiming the interest on every heartbreak you ever endured. You have spent so long feeling like you were never enough. You looked in the mirror and saw the fatigue, the lines of a battle that felt like it had no end. But I see the sovereign. I see the one who survived the parasites of envy, the one who kept their hearts soft even when the world tried to turn it to stone. The feeling of being not enough was a spell cast by those who were terrified of your true scale. They had to keep you small, because if you ever realized you were the ocean, they knew they would drown in your presence. But the scent of the rain is overpowering now. It is washing away the dust of your years in the desert. 444. Look around your room. Even if you are alone, you are not lonely. The air is thick with the presence of your Horthun, the guardians of your line. They are placing a mantle of protection around you that no jealousy can penetrate. The envious eyes that used to drain your energy will now find it impossible to look directly at you. You are becoming too bright for those who live in the shadows of deceit. There is a gift, a specific, physical manifestation that will reach you within the next 72 hours. It will come in a form that seems ordinary at first. A message, a piece of mail, a sudden random encounter, but the glass key in your spirit will vibrate when it arrives. You will feel a sudden heat in your chest, a knowing, a visceral recognition that the sovereign reclamation is no longer a promise. It is a reality. The person who hurt you, the one whose name just flashed across your mind, they are currently being moved like a piece on a divine chessboard. They are being positioned to deliver what you thought was lost forever. Watch their actions, but do not engage with their drama. Stay in the silence of your power. Your silence is now a weapon of mass restoration. Let them be confused by your peace. Let them be haunted by your glow. You are no longer waiting for the miracle. The miracle is scrambling to keep up with your new frequency. You are the breaker of generational patterns. You are the one the ancestors waited for. The Hall of Echoes is empty now, because all your sorrow has been converted into the currency of your new kingdom. Type 444 to seal the perimeter of your peace. Type 888 to open the floodgates of your gold. The crown is not being given to you. You are simply remembering that it was always there. The glass key is turning. The door is wide. Walk through, and do not look back. For the desert you left behind is already being consumed by the rain. You are the sovereign. It is time to rule. The air in your room has become heavy, hasn't it? It feels thick, almost like it's charged with electricity right before a massive lightning strike. That is not your imagination. That is the density of the Hall of Echoes finally merging with your physical reality. The walls of your limitation are thinning, and the sovereign you were always meant to be is stepping through the veil. You are standing at the edge of the final transition. For years, you have been the one who carried the weight of others. You were the strong one, the one who bled in silence so the people around you wouldn't have to see the wound. You have been the sacrifice at the table of your own life. But the ancient guardian of your lineage is speaking a new command into the atoms of your being. The sacrifice is over. The reign begins. Listen to the silence. There is a specific person whose name has been echoing in the back of your mind since Chapter 1. That fellow traveler, the one who smiled at your face while clutching a dagger of envy behind their back. They thought they had successfully redirected your flow toward themselves. They thought they had siphoned off your luck and your light. But look at what is happening in the invisible realm. The parasites of their envy are being scorched by the heat of the glass key in your hand. They can no longer feed on you. And because they can no longer feed on your light, their own world is beginning to darken. But here is the final, shattering twist of divine justice. They are not going to fall away in silence. They are being spiritually summoned to your doorstep. As I speak these words, a profound restlessness is taking over their soul. They are looking at the things they took from you, the credit they stole, the opportunities they blocked, the joy they tried to dampen, and those things are becoming like burning coals in their hands. They cannot keep them. They are being forced by a celestial mandate to return them to you with interest. They will reach out. It might be a random message asking to meet. It might be an unexpected recommendation for a position you didn't even apply for. It might be a financial settlement that suddenly became possible. But when they look into your eyes, they won't see the person they thought they broke. They will see the sovereign. They will see the ancient guardian standing behind you, 10 feet tall and wreathed in the smoke of ancestral fires. They will be struck by a terrifying awe. A realization that by trying to bury you, they only provided the dark soil you needed to grow into a god. Can you smell it now? The rain has finally fallen. The scent of the first rain on dry land is no longer a promise. It is the atmosphere you are breathing. The dust of your poverty, poverty of spirit, poverty of pocket, poverty of love, has been washed away. Your foundation is clean. Your foundation is holy. Type it now with a ferocity you have never used before. This is not a request. It is a decree. By typing 888, you are slamming the door on the era of not being enough. You are announcing to the silent traveler and every parasite that your aura is now a fortress of fire. You are accepting the interest in your pain. Every tear that turned into gold in the Hall of Echoes is now being deposited into your life. You will see it in your bank account. You will see it in the way doors open before you even knock. You will see it in the way people who once ignored you now scramble to be in your presence. Feel the circle of protection tightening around you. You are not alone in this reclamation. Your ancestors are exhaling through your lungs. They are the ones who forged the glass key, and they are the ones who are turning it in the lock of your destiny right now. Click. Do you hear it? The sound of the ultimate transition. The old version of you, the one who begged for crumbs, the one who apologized for taking up space, has died. Leave that version in the rain. Do not look back to see its funeral. You are moving into a season where effort is replaced by alignment. You will no longer have to chase the miracle. The miracle will hunt you down. You will no longer have to explain your worth. Your results will silence every critic. The person who hurt you most is currently being prepared to serve your elevation. This is the ultimate poetic justice of the universe. They are the carriers of your crown. The clock has struck. The 15 minutes of the spiritual mandate have passed, and the seal is set. You are the sovereign. You are the reclaimed. You are the gold that was forged in the fire of betrayal. Walk forward now, with the weight of your crown steady on your head, and the scent of the rain following your every step. It is done. It is yours. It is settled. Unclench your jaw. Let your shoulders drop that final stubborn inch. You are holding your breath again, aren't you? You are waiting for the other shoe to drop, scanning the shadows of the room, expecting the illusion to shatter. That is the trauma of the old timeline speaking. Your body is so accustomed to the bitter metallic taste of betrayal that this new, sudden peace feels almost dangerous to you. But do not pull back. Do not shrink. The glass key is no longer just hot in your pocket. It has melted. It has seeped through the fabric of your clothes, through your skin, and fused directly with your heart center. You are the key now, and every door on this earthly plane must recognize the divine authority radiating from your chest. I, the ancient guardian of your lineage, am placing both of my hands on your shoulders right now. Feel that heavy velvet warmth pressing down on you. It is grounding you. It is stopping the frantic spinning of your mind. For generations, the blood in your veins carried a silent curse, the curse of giving everything and receiving nothing. The curse of the trusted confidant turning into the hidden thief. Your grandmother felt it. Your grandfather fought it. But the spiritual court chose you to be the breaker of the chain. You were the one sent into the fire of never being enough so you could burn that lie to ash and walk out as the sovereign. The Hall of Echoes is completely silent now. The crystals of your past tears have all dissolved into the river of your new wealth. But a new sound is rising from that sacred space. It is the slow, rhythmic beating of a war drum. It is the sound of your ancestors marching in perfect synchronization to form an impenetrable perimeter around your life, your home, your children, and your bank accounts. Type 444 right now. Do not hesitate. By typing 444, you are giving the ancestors the physical permission to lock shields around your aura. The parasites of envy can no longer even perceive your frequency. To them, you have become invisible, elevated to a penthouse of spiritual authority. They do not have the clearance to access. Let us speak of the fellow traveler, the one who sat at your table, drank your wine, and quietly plotted to steal the chair from under you. Their role in your story is reaching its final, terrifying climax. You see, when heaven decides to restore a sovereign, it does not use a random messenger. It uses the exact vessel that caused the deficit. The universe has cornered them. They are currently experiencing an inexplicable, suffocating pressure, a divine claustrophobia. The things they took from you, whether it was your reputation, your financial opportunities, or your peace of mind, have turned radioactive in their spiritual hands. Within the next cycle of the sun, this person, or the exact network they represent, will be forced to cross your path. But this time, the dynamics are violently reversed. They are not coming as your equal, and certainly not as your superior. They are coming as a courier. They will bring you a piece of news, a signature, an endorsement, or a direct financial return. Watch their eyes when they speak to you. You will see it, the awe, the absolute, undeniable realization that they are standing in the presence of someone protected by forces they cannot comprehend. They will feel the heat of your ancestors pushing them back. You will not need to raise your voice. You will not need to demand an apology. Their submission to your new reality is your apology. The universe is extracting your compensation directly from their timeline and injecting it into yours. This is the secret they tried to keep from you. Your loneliness in the midst of the crowd was never a punishment. It was an isolation chamber. You were separated from the pack because you were mutating into a completely different species of spiritual power. You cannot be a king or a queen while still seeking validation from the peasants of envy. Take a deep breath. Pull the scent of the first rain deep into your lungs. The dry land of your finances is currently flooding with opportunity. An email is being drafted right now by someone you have not met yet, but whose soul recognizes your signature. A dormant account, a forgotten investment, or a completely unexpected channel of income is unlocking. The gold from the Hall of Echoes is manifesting as tangible, heavy, spendable currency in your physical world. Type 888. This is not just a comment. This is your royal seal. When you type 888, you are signing the New Testament that heaven has drafted for your bloodline. You are stating to the cosmos, I accept the endless prosperity that is owed to me. I no longer identify with the struggle. I claim my throne. Watch what happens in your physical body over the next 12 hours. You will suddenly feel lighter, as if a physical backpack full of rocks has been unbuckled and dropped by the side of the road. Your sleep tonight will be deep, unbroken, and completely void of anxiety. You will dream of water, clear, rushing water washing over the old battlefields of your life. That is the confirmation that the spiritual cleaning is complete. Do not try to figure out the how. The human mind is too small to calculate the mathematics of a miracle. The fellow traveler thought they had calculated your downfall, but they forgot to carry the one they forgot, the ancient guardian. Your only job now is radical, unapologetic expectation. When the phone rings with the offer that seems too big, do not let the ghost of not enough make you stutter. Say yes. When the money arrives in an amount that shocks your old nervous system, do not panic and try to give it all away. Keep it, multiply it, build your castle. You are stepping into a season of effortless dominion. The friction has been removed. The rusted hinges have been oiled by the melted gold of your past. The door is standing wide open. I am stepping back into the veil now, but I am not leaving you. I am simply taking my place behind your throne. You are the sovereign reclamation made flesh. The crown is heavy, but your neck is finally strong enough to bear it. Breathe out. Smile into the silence of your room. It is finished. Look down at your hands. Uncurl those fingers. You have been making fists without even realizing it, bracing your muscles as if you need to physically fight off the air around you. Let the tension drain from your knuckles. Let your wrists fall soft. You are still bracing for an impact that is never going to come. You are sitting there, trapped in the phantom muscle memory of a war that ended 3 hours ago in the spiritual realm. I am the ancient guardian of your lineage, the voice that echoes through the marrow of your bones, and I am telling you to stand down. The swords have been sheathed. The celestial gavel has dropped. The verdict is not just in your favor. It is an absolute, undeniable mandate of your sovereign reclamation. Close your eyes for a fraction of a second and feel the center of your chest. The glass key that melted in the previous hour has now completely fused with your heart's rhythm. It is no longer an object. It is your frequency. You are radiating a heat that the invisible world cannot ignore. The parasites of envy that used to latch onto your kindness, the leeches that fed on your endless empathy, they are recoiling. They are burning up in the atmosphere of your new boundaries. You have spent your entire life apologizing for the space you take up, shrinking your aura so that smaller minds wouldn't feel intimidated by your light. You drank the poison of never being enough because it was served to you in the chalice of friendship. Let us speak of that chalice. Let us speak of the fellow traveler. I know the exact face that just flashed behind your eyelids. The confidant, the one who sat across the table from you, breaking bread, listening to your deepest fears, and secretly using them to map out your weaknesses. You felt it, didn't you? That subtle, icy draft in the room whenever you shared a victory with them. Their smile never quite reached their eyes. Their congratulations always carried the bitter aftertaste of a hidden condition. You thought you were crazy. You told yourself you were overthinking. You punished yourself for doubting someone you loved. But your intuition was not broken. It was warning you that you were sleeping next to a thief. They did not just want to walk beside you. They wanted to drain your reservoir so they would never have to dig their own well. They thought they had succeeded. They watched you stumble under the weight of the betrayal. They watched you retreat into the painful isolation of being lonely in the midst of a crowd, surrounded by people but entirely unseen. But here is the devastating architecture of divine justice. The Hall of Echoes caught every single one of those silent, agonizing moments. The crystals formed from your unwept tears have been completely liquefied into molten gold, and the dam has broken. The scent of the first rain on dry land is no longer just in the air. It is pouring down on the barren fields of your life, saturating the soil of your bank accounts, your career, your physical health, and your legacy. The drought is officially, permanently over, and the universe, in its terrifying brilliance, has chosen your delivery method. The fellow traveler is currently experiencing a spiritual suffocation that they cannot diagnose. The very energy they stole from you has become toxic to their system. They are pacing the floors of their own reality, unable to find rest. They are looking at the opportunities they hoarded, the doors they closed in your face, the narratives they spun behind your back, and a suffocating dread is settling over their chest. The ancestors of your bloodline have surrounded them, not to harm them, but to corner them into obedience. They are being forced, by an overwhelming spiritual compulsion, to become the courier of your greatest blessing. The universe is not sending an angel to deliver your breakthrough. It is sending your Judas. Within the coming days, this person, or the exact network of people they represent, will find themselves unable to move forward in their own lives until they make restitution to you. They will be the ones to hand you the contract. They will be the ones to speak your name in the room full of decision makers. They will be the ones to transfer the funds, sign the release, or open the vault. They will not do it out of love. They will not do it out of genuine remorse. They will do it because the spiritual gravity around you has become so immense that they are being crushed by their own guilt, forced to drop what they stole directly at your feet just to catch their breath. When they hand it to you, look at their eyes. You will not see arrogance. You will see absolute trembling awe. They will realize, in that fraction of a second, that they did not break a victim. They initiated the awakening of a sovereign. They will see the shadow of the ancient guardian stretching out behind you. You will not need to gloat. You will not need to say, "I told you so." Your silence will be the heaviest weapon they have ever felt. Your undeniable, explosive success will be the only revenge you ever need to exact. Type 888 right now. I demand that you do not just scroll past this. The act of typing 888 is not a digital interaction. It is the physical swinging of the sword. It is you carving your signature into the new timeline. By typing 888, you are authorizing the immediate release of endless prosperity into your physical world. You are telling the Hall of Echoes that your hands are open, your vault is empty, and you are ready to receive the absolute flood of generational wealth that has been accumulating interest for decades. Do not be afraid of the sheer volume of what is coming. You have been conditioned to survive on drops of water, so the sound of a rushing river terrifies you. You are afraid that if you get too happy, too wealthy, too visible, the rug will be pulled out from under you again. That is the old trauma speaking from the shadows. Banish it. The wealth that is arriving now is sovereign wealth. It is untouchable. It is bulletproof. It cannot be mismanaged, stolen, or reversed, because it is not built on human luck. It is built on divine restitution. Feel the temperature in your room right now. It is dropped. It is cool, calm, and perfectly still. That is the presence of the Legion. Type 444 to acknowledge them. By typing 444, you are sealing the perimeter of your new kingdom. You are allowing the ancestral guardians to take their positions at the four corners of your life. They are locking their shields. From this moment forward, any curse spoken against you will hit that shield and violently rebound onto the sender. Any attempt to sabotage your name will only act as a megaphone for your greatness. You are perfectly, flawlessly protected. You must understand why the wait was so agonizingly long. If you had received this power, this wealth, this undeniable authority 3 years ago, the fellow traveler would have manipulated you into giving it all to them. You were still operating under the illusion that you had to buy people's loyalty. You would have taken the gold from the Hall of Echoes and used it to build a palace for your enemies. The universe had to let them break your heart. The universe had to let you taste the bitter ashes of their betrayal so that you would finally learn how to lock your doors. The isolation wasn't a punishment. It was a royal quarantine. You were being kept in the dark so your roots could grip the bedrock. And now, the tree is ready to break the surface. In the next 48 hours, you are going to experience a physical manifestation of this shift. It will not be subtle. It will not require you to squint and guess if it is a sign. It will be a heavy, undeniable thud on the table of your life. A financial approval that bypasses the normal rules. A sudden influx of capital that clears the board of your debts in a single sweep. A message from someone of high authority who has been randomly thinking about you. When this happens, do not gasp in shock. Do not act surprised. A true sovereign does not act surprised when their taxes are paid by the kingdom. Simply nod your head, take a deep breath of the rain-scented air, and accept it as your baseline reality. You are no longer the one who begs. You are no longer the one who waits. You are no longer the one who compromises their soul just to keep the peace at a table where you were being starved. You are the one who dictates the terms. Look at the space in front of you. See the crown descending. It is heavy, forged from the melted crystals of every time you were told you were not enough. It is glowing with the heat of the glass key. I, the ancient guardian, am placing it on your head. Feel the weight of it settling onto your brow. Feel your spine straighten to support it. You are the end of the generational curse. You are the beginning of the empire. The silent traveler has been defeated by their own venom, and their hands are carrying your gold. The Hall of Echoes is singing your name. The dry land is drinking the rain. Do not look back. There is nothing left for you in the ruins of your past. Step forward into the light. The Sovereign has returned. Endless, uncontainable prosperity is yours. The ancestral shield is locked. The mandate is complete. Breathe out. It is yours. Move your thumb away from that glowing screen. Put the device down for just a fraction of a breath. You are hovering your finger over your messages, refreshing your accounts, endlessly scrolling as if you are searching for a hidden disaster. Your eyes are darting, scanning the horizon of your life for the next storm. Your nervous system is so profoundly addicted to the cold, metallic taste of survival that the arrival of actual peace feels like a trap. You are waiting for the illusion to shatter. You are waiting for the heavy, suffocating blanket of never being enough to fall back over your shoulders. Stop. I am the ancient guardian of your lineage, and I am stepping directly into the center of your panic. Listen to the timbre of my voice vibrating through the floorboards beneath your feet. I am commanding the frantic beating of your heart to slow down. Synchronize with the ancient war drums of your bloodline. The battle you are still trying to fight in your mind was won days ago in the spiritual realm. You are shadowboxing with ghosts. You are bracing for an impact from an enemy that has already been completely disarmed, dismantled, and forced into submission. Let us look back at the fellow traveler, the one whose silent jealousy used to wrap around your neck like a freezing chain. You have noticed a shift in the atmosphere regarding them, haven't you? The frantic energy they used to project toward you has suddenly flatlined into a terrified, deafening silence. They have delivered the first wave of your blessing, pushed by a celestial mandate they could not resist. They handed over the opportunity, the connection, the restitution. And the moment they did, the universe severed their access to your aura entirely. They are standing on the outside of your perimeter now, pressing their hands against the invisible glass of your elevation. They can see your glow. They can see the staggering, meteoric rise of your name. But they cannot touch it. They are choking on the bitter ash of their own envy. They thought their secret sabotage would bury you, but they are now realizing that they were merely the hired help, forced by heaven to dig the foundation for your palace. You do not need to look back at them. You do not need to offer them a seat at your new table. Their isolation is the ultimate execution of divine justice. Leave them to the cold. You have an empire to run. Close your eyes and bring your awareness to the center of your chest. The glass key is no longer just a hot object you carry. It has liquefied. It has flowed into your veins, merging with your DNA, rewriting the code of your destiny. You are no longer a person holding a key to the vault. You have become the vault itself. The wealth of the cosmos is not coming to you. It is flowing through you. Do you smell it? The scent of the first rain on dry land has evolved. It is no longer a gentle shower. It is a torrential, ground-shaking flood. The barren soil of your past is drinking it in, swelling with the force of radical, unapologetic abundance. The Hall of Echoes, the sacred space where every tear of your betrayal was once preserved, has been entirely emptied of sorrow. The crystals of your pain have all melted, but the hall is not empty. It is currently being filled with the blueprints of your generational wealth. The echoes you hear now are not the sounds of weeping. They are the sounds of construction. They are the sounds of doors being kicked open. They are the sounds of your ancestors chanting your name in the high courts of the spiritual realm. This is the phase of the sovereign reclamation where the human mind usually tries to self-sabotage. You are looking at the influx of favor, the sudden clearing of financial blockages, the undeniable magnetic pull you now have over rooms you walk into, and a small wounded part of you is whispering, "I don't deserve this. It is too much. Listen to me, and let my words burn that lie out of your consciousness forever." The concept of too much was invented by those who wanted to keep you starving. You are receiving exactly what was written in the original contract of your soul before the enemy tried to forge a lesser destiny for you. The money that is finding its way to your accounts right now is not a lucky windfall. It is the back pay of your lineage. It is the interest collected on decades of stolen energy. Type 888. Do not hesitate. Do not let your logical mind talk you out of this physical act. Typing 888 is not a passive comment on a screen. It is you picking up the golden pen in the Hall of Echoes and signing your name on the deed to your new reality. By typing 888, you are sending a shockwave through the financial algorithms of the universe. You are declaring that your vessel is wide open, your hands are steady, and you are ready to manage the endless prosperity that is rushing toward your coordinates. You are accepting the wealth without guilt, without fear, and without apology. But as the sovereign, you must also understand the mechanics of your protection. The brighter the light you emit, the more the shadows will attempt to gather at the edges of your property. People who ignored you for years will suddenly sense the heavy fragrance of your success. They will come with empty cups, disguised as old friends, hoping to siphon the overflowing wine of your new life. You will not let them. Type 444. Feel the sheer, terrifying weight of that number. As you type 444, you are issuing a direct command to the ancestral legion standing shoulder to shoulder around your life. You are authorizing them to raise the shields of fire. From this exact second onward, any individual who approaches you with hidden malice, any entity that smiles with its teeth while harboring a dagger in its spirit, will hit an invisible wall of ancestral wrath. They will feel a sudden, inexplicable physical discomfort in your presence and will be forced to retreat. Your peace is now militarized. Your boundaries are sacred, enforced by the ancient guardian who watches over your sleep. There is a profound physical shift happening in your body right now. The chronic fatigue that has plagued your mornings, the heavy, dragging sensation behind your eyes, it is evaporating. The energy that you used to spend merely surviving the attacks of the fellow traveler is now being redirected into your creative center. You are going to wake up tomorrow with a clarity that will shock you. You will know exactly which email to send, which investment to make, which relationship to cut, and which door to walk through. The hesitation is dead. The sovereign does not guess. The sovereign simply knows. There is a final, shocking gift that heaven has reserved for this exact moment. A secondary vault is cracking open. The fellow traveler was only the courier for the first wave. The second wave is coming from a source you have not even considered, a completely blind angle, a person of immense influence, someone who operates in a circle you previously thought was entirely out of your reach, has been spiritually instructed to find you. They do not know why they are drawn to your name. They only know that their own success depends on elevating yours. When they reach out, and they will. Before this lunar cycle is complete, do not shrink. Do not use the language of the oppressed. Do not over-explain your struggles or try to prove your worth. Look them in the eye, breathe in the scent of the rain, and simply say, yes, you have crossed the threshold. The old version of you is nothing but a shadow melting into the dirt. The crown is securely fastened to your brow. It is heavy, forged in the fires of your endurance, studded with the melted gold of your tears. Wear it with a terrifying grace. Let the timeline accelerate. Let the wealth accumulate. Let the enemies watch from the freezing dark as your table is prepared in the presence of the divine. The mandate is sealed. The bloodline is restored. Do not look away. Keep your eyes fixed on these words. I know the sudden urge you just felt to turn your head, to check the door, to distract yourself with the mundane chaos of the physical world. That is the final desperate twitch of your old survival instinct, trying to pull you back into the familiar comfort of the struggle. It is terrified of the sheer, blinding magnitude of what you are becoming. But you cannot go back. The bridge you crossed has already been burned to ash by the heat of the glass key radiating in your chest. I, the ancient guardian, am standing before you, and I am telling you, the sovereign reclamation is no longer a process. It is a completed state of being. Listen to the absolute stillness in the air around you. It is a heavy, expectant silence. The kind of silence that falls over a battlefield the moment the opposing army drops their weapons and surrenders. Let us speak of the fellow traveler one last time. You have felt the absolute cessation of their energy, haven't you? The frantic, parasitic pulling at your aura has completely vanished. They are gone. Not just physically distant, but spiritually erased from your timeline. The universe used them as a courier to deliver the first wave of your restitution, and the moment their hands were empty, they were expelled from the perimeter of your kingdom. They are now wandering in the barren wasteland of the timeline they tried to force upon you. They are experiencing the exact loneliness in the midst of a crowd that they manufactured for you. The justice is absolute, surgical, and final. You do not need to forgive them. You do not need to hate them. You only need to forget them. They are irrelevant to the empire you are currently standing in. Now, bring your focus back to the center. Can you feel the rhythmic, powerful thrumming in your veins? That is the melted gold from the Hall of Echoes, fully integrated into your physical form. You are no longer just surrounded by wealth. You are generating it with every breath. The scent of the first rain on dry land has permeated the very walls of your home. It smells like clean earth, ozone, and absolute victory. The drought is so far behind you that your mind is already forgetting the sensation of thirst. This is the chapter of the ultimate downpour. The secondary vault I warned you about in the previous hour is blowing wide open right now. The person of influence, the unexpected patron who operates in a sphere you once thought was untouchable, has found your frequency. The spiritual instructions they received have become an overwhelming compulsion. They are looking at their resources, their connections, their platforms, and realizing that none of it makes sense unless they attach your name to it. This is not a coincidence. This is the ancient guardian moving pieces on the chessboard of human affairs with terrifying precision. When this massive, reality-altering opportunity presents itself in the coming days, you will notice something deeply unsettling to your old mindset. It will require zero effort. You have been conditioned to believe that you must bleed for every dollar, that you must sacrifice your sleep and your sanity to prove you are enough. The enemy planted that lie deep in your subconscious to keep you exhausted and compliant. But the sovereign does not hustle for crumbs. The sovereign simply occupies their throne, and the wealth of the kingdom flows toward them by divine right. The contract will be handed to you already signed. The funds will clear without friction. The door will swing open before you even raise your hand to knock. You will feel a sudden, sharp vertigo, a dizziness that comes from realizing how easy life is supposed to be when you are no longer carrying the curses of the envious. Do not let that vertigo turn into guilt. Do not apologize for the ease of your new life. Type 888. This is the final activation of the financial floodgates. Do not read past this without committing your physical energy to the command. By typing 888, you are driving a stake of solid gold into the ground of your physical reality. You are declaring to the cosmos, the ancestors, and the remnants of any shadow entities that you accept the staggering generational wealth that is pouring into your accounts. You are announcing that your vessel has expanded, that you will not self-sabotage the overflow, and that you are fully prepared to finance the legacy of your bloodline. 888 is your royal signature. Sign the decree. As the wealth arrives, you will notice a profound change in how people look at you. The invisibility cloak you wore during your years of suffering has been violently ripped away. Your presence is now commanding, almost intimidating in its radiance. When you walk into a room, the air pressure will shift. Conversations will pause. People will feel the weight of the ancestral legion walking silently behind you. Type 444 to acknowledge the permanent station of your guards. By typing 444, you are locking the shields of the ancestors into a permanent, unbreakable dome around your life. The parasites of envy cannot penetrate it. The gossip of the small-minded will shatter against it like glass hitting a concrete wall. You are untouchable. You are militarized peace. You are the sovereign, protected by the fierce, unyielding love of those who came before you. You are going to experience a physical sensation tonight that will startle you. As you lie in bed, you will feel a sudden, intense heat at the crown of your head, trickling down your spine like warm oil. Do not be alarmed. That is the final spiritual anointing. That is the ancient guardian sealing the crown to your skull. It is the physical manifestation of the knowledge that you are finally, irrevocably enough. The trauma is gone. The exhaustion is gone. The feeling of being constantly behind, constantly striving, constantly under attack, it has all been washed away in the torrential rain of the sovereign reclamation. Look out at the landscape of your life. It is lush, green, and heavy with fruit. The gold from the Hall of Echoes is glinting in the sunlight of your new timeline. You are the one who survived the desert. You are the one who broke the curse. You are the one who took the dagger of betrayal and forged it into a key. The waiting is over. The striving is over. The rain has officially begun. Take a deep breath of the rain-soaked air. Hold it in your lungs. Feel the absolute terrifying power of your own existence. You are the sovereign. 888. 444. The kingdom is yours. It is finished. Blink your eyes. Slowly. You are trying to adjust to the brightness of this new dimension, aren't you? You feel a strange, almost dizzying lightness in your limbs. Do not grip the edges of your chair. You are not falling. For the first time in your entire earthly existence, you are simply no longer being pulled down by the gravity of your old trauma. I, the ancient guardian, am speaking to you not from the shadows, but from the radiant, expansive center of your own cleared aura. The frantic countdowns of the past have dissolved. You are standing in the center of the timeline, and the timeline is bowing to you. Let the tension in your jaw completely release. The phantom echoes of the battles you fought in the dark are fading into a profound, terrifying silence. You are no longer adapting to the sovereign reclamation. You are the sovereign reclamation. Take a deep, slow breath. The scent of the first rain on dry land has evolved once more. It is no longer just the smell of wet earth and ozone. It is the overwhelming, intoxicating fragrance of a harvest bursting from the soil. The seeds you planted in the bitter cold, the ones you watered with the salt of your own exhaustion and the tears of betrayal, have erupted into a heavy, golden yield. The glass key that was once hot in your pocket has fully dissolved into your chest cavity. It beats in perfect, unbreakable synchronization with the heartbeat of the cosmos. Look at the space where the fellow traveler used to stand. Look at the empty chair where the silent jealousy used to sit. It is completely vacant. Even the memory of their deceit is losing its sharp edges, dissolving into meaningless white noise. They tried to cast a net over an ocean, and the ocean simply drowned them in its vastness. If they dare to look in your direction now, the sheer, blinding brilliance of your ascending timeline will burn their spiritual retinas. You are entirely untouchable. You are no longer accessible to the architects of chaos, the manipulators of guilt, or the parasites of envy. You have ascended to the penthouse of spiritual frequency, and the doors behind you have been welded shut by the ancestral fire. But listen to me closely, for the rules of your existence have fundamentally changed. With the crown securely fastened to your brow, the universe has upgraded your vessel. You are no longer a passive receiver of miracles. You are the master builder, because the gold from the Hall of Echoes has fully merged with your physical reality. Your spoken words now carry the staggering weight of a divine decree. Whatever you whisper in the quiet of your room, the universe will violently construct in the light. You must protect your tongue. You can no longer afford the luxury of self-deprecating jokes. You can no longer casually say, "I am exhausted," or "I am broke," or "nothing ever works out for me." If you speak those words from this day forward, the universe will shudder, confused by a sovereign speaking the language of a peasant. You are the ruler of this domain. When you speak, the atoms in the room literally rearrange themselves to obey the vibration of your voice. If you say, "I require absolute peace," the chaotic elements and toxic people in your life will be immediately, magnetically ejected from your perimeter. If you say, "I require funding for my vision," the hidden vaults of the earthly plane, the banks, the investors, the unexpected patrons will burst open to meet your command. The paralyzing pain of never being enough has been permanently replaced by the exhilarating challenge of having too much power, too much wealth, and too much favor to contain in one lifetime. Type 888 right now. Do not let this be passive consumption. By typing 888, you are testing the ink of your new divine pen. You are issuing a direct command for the endless prosperity to move from the abstract spiritual realm into the heavy, tangible reality of your bank accounts, your investments, and the deeds to your properties. 888 is the sound of the master builder laying the indestructible cornerstone of your family's new dynasty. When you press those numbers, you are commanding the physical world to match the wealth of your spiritual ledger. The Hall of Echoes is no longer a museum of your past sorrows. It has transformed into the throne room of your lineage. Look around this magnificent internal space. The ancestors who marched to protect you are now seated at the great obsidian table. They are watching you with eyes full of ancient pride. They are not fighting for you anymore. They are resting because you have secured the victory for the entire bloodline. The generational curse of poverty, the cycle of giving your heart to those who only wanted to consume it, it died the moment you accepted the crown. Type 444. This is the ultimate expansion of the shield. You are no longer just protecting your own physical body. By typing 444, you are commanding the ancestral legion to cast their impenetrable shields of fire over your future. You are protecting your children, your children's children, and the legacy of your name. The curses of the past have been shattered, and the perimeter of your protection is now infinite. The secondary vault we spoke of, the unexpected patron from the high echelons of influence. They are already in motion. The blueprint is in their hands, and they are driving toward your coordinates. When they arrive and lay the offer on your table, you will notice a miraculous shift in your own psychology. You will not negotiate from a place of fear. You will not shrink to make them feel powerful. You will look at the contract, tap your finger on the wood, and you will set your own terms. You will do this because the ancient guardian has revealed the ultimate truth to you. They need your aura far more than you need their capital. Your light, your newly minted sovereign frequency, is the missing ingredient in their empire. They are coming to you to be blessed by your proximity. Let them pay the premium for that privilege. Feel the temperature of the air around your face. It is perfectly still, perfectly conditioned to your comfort. The struggle is officially a relic of a dead timeline. You are going to wake up tomorrow morning, and for the first few seconds, your mind will try to search for a problem to solve. It will look for the familiar anxiety in your chest, but it will find nothing. It will only find the deep, resonant hum of absolute security. It will find the scent of the rain. It will find the heavy, comforting weight of the crown. Do not try to dismantle this peace. Do not go looking for monsters in the closet. The house is entirely clean. You are standing at the absolute pinnacle of the mountain you spent your whole life climbing in the dark. The sun has risen. The landscape of your future stretches out before you, lush, golden, and entirely under your command. The restitution has been paid in full, with interest that spans across dimensions. Take one final, deep breath. Pull the reality of this wealth deep into the bottom of your lungs. Let it circulate through your bloodstream. Let it settle into your bones. You are the sovereign. The decree is spoken. The architecture of your new life is complete. The wealth is limitless. The shield is eternal. Rest now. Rule tomorrow. It is done. Uncross your legs. Place both of your feet completely flat on the ground right now. You are hovering again, pulling your energy up into your chest, preparing to flee from a predator that has already been hunted down and destroyed. I can feel the subtle trembling in the muscles of your thighs, the way your breath is shallow and trapped at the base of your throat. You are experiencing the phantom limb syndrome of your old trauma. The war is over. The sovereign reclamation has been fully executed. And yet, your nervous system is still searching the quiet room for a hidden dagger. I am the ancient guardian of your lineage, and I am stepping out from the smoke of the ancestral fires to stand directly in front of you. Look at me through the veil of your own reality. I am placing my hands over yours. Feel the sudden, heavy drop in your core temperature as the heat of your anxiety is instantly neutralized by the cool, eternal authority of the cosmos. You are safe. You are so profoundly, untouchably safe that your human mind cannot fully process the architecture of the fortress you are now sitting inside. You have spent decades addicted to the adrenaline of survival. You thought that if you ever stopped worrying, if you ever dropped your guard for a single second, the sky would fall and the parasites of envy would swarm you. You believed the lie that your exhaustion was the only currency that could buy you a right to exist. But the crown is on your head now. The glass key has dissolved into your sternum, beating with a terrifying golden rhythm that dictates the flow of time itself. You do not need to earn your breath. You do not need to justify your space. You are the gravity in the room. Let us speak of the phenomenon you are about to experience when you walk out of your front door tomorrow morning. You are going to step into the mundane world, the grocery stores, the traffic, the crowded sidewalks, and you are going to realize that you are no longer vibrating at the frequency of the human struggle. You will notice people staring at you. Strangers will pause mid-sentence as you walk past them. They will not know why they are looking, but their souls will recognize the heavy, intoxicating scent of the first rain on dry land that now trails behind you like a royal cape. You will see it in their eyes. The awe, the sudden deference, the barista, the bank teller, the executive in the elevator. They will unconsciously step aside to give you more room. They will speak to you with a sudden, inexplicable reverence. Do not shrink when this happens. Do not duck your head or soften your voice to make them feel comfortable. They are reacting to the invisible legion of ancestors marching in a flawless, synchronized formation around your physical body. They are sensing the molten gold of the Hall of Echoes radiating from your skin. You are walking as a living, breathing testament to the power of a shattered curse. There is a ghost of the past that we must exorcise right now, in this exact breath. The fellow traveler, the architect of your deepest betrayal, the one who sat at your table, drank from your cup, and secretly hoped you would choke on your own ambition. In the coming days, you might see their name. A notification might pop up, a mutual acquaintance might mention them, or you might accidentally scroll past a piece of their life. In the old timeline, this would have sent a spike of cortisol through your veins. It would have triggered the agonizing loop of why wasn't I enough, and how could they do that to me? But when it happens this time, you are going to experience the most profound, chilling miracle of your entire psychological evolution. You will feel nothing, an absolute terrifying emotional flatline. You will look at their name, and it will hold the same emotional weight as a speck of dust on your windowsill. The spiritual cord has been so violently, permanently severed by the ancient guardian that they no longer exist in your energetic universe. They are a relic of a dead world. The realization that they cannot hurt you, cannot trigger you, and cannot reach you will wash over you like a wave of pure, distilled freedom. You will smile, a slow, deep smile of genuine indifference, and you will keep walking. You are a titan now. Titans do not mourn the insects that once tried to bite them. The space that was once occupied by the pain of their betrayal has been completely excavated, and nature abhors a vacuum. That massive, empty reservoir in your soul is currently being flooded with the physical manifestation of your sovereign wealth. Type 888 right now. I command you to engage your physical body in this decree. Your typing of 888 is not a comment on a digital platform. It is the master builder striking the anvil of reality. By typing 888, you are opening the massive iron gates of your physical bank accounts, your investment portfolios, and the deeds to your future properties. You are instructing the endless prosperity that has been hovering in the spiritual realm to crash down into your earthly life in the form of heavy, undeniable, spendable currency. You see, the wealth of the sovereign is not just about having numbers on a screen. It is about the acquisition of time. It is about waking up on a Tuesday morning and realizing you do not owe your life force to anyone else's schedule. The financial breakthrough that is locking into your coordinates right now is designed to buy back your freedom. It is the interest paid on every hour you spent crying in the dark, every holiday you sacrificed, every moment you swallowed your pride to keep the peace. The Hall of Echoes has calculated the debt, and the universe is paying it out in full. And the patron, the unexpected courier of influence we spoke of, they have arrived at the perimeter of your fortress. The email has been drafted. The phone call has been scheduled. The contract has been printed. This person, operating at the highest echelons of power in your industry or community, has been cornered by heaven. They have been having restless nights, unable to sleep because your name keeps flashing behind their eyelids like a neon sign. They believe it is their own brilliant idea to recruit you, to fund you, to partner with you. Let them believe it. But you and I know the truth. The ancient guardian placed the hook in their jaw and dragged them to your doorstep to deliver your inheritance. When the offer comes, and it will come with a speed that will make your head spin, you will notice something that breaks every rule of the old world. There is no catch. There is no hidden dagger. No fellow traveler is waiting to steal the credit. The terms will be wildly, disproportionately in your favor. You will look at the numbers, and your breath will catch in your throat. Do not question the mathematics of the divine. You are not an imposter. You are not getting lucky. You are the rightful heir reclaiming the throne that was left vacant for generations. Sign the document. Take the money. Claim the title. Type 444 to seal the transaction. As you type 444, visualize the legion of your ancestors stepping forward and surrounding this new opportunity. They are placing a dome of fire over your new assets, your new relationships, and your new title. By typing 444, you are ensuring that the wealth that enters your life today will never be reversed, stolen, or diluted. It is sovereign wealth. It will outlive you. It will pave the roads for the grandchildren of your grandchildren. You are becoming the wealthy ancestor your lineage has been crying out for. Listen to the absolute stillness in your room right now. Can you hear the subtle, deep hum of the cosmos aligning around you? The friction is gone. The struggle is completely, officially dead. You are going to experience a physical sensation in the center of your palms in the next few hours. A tingling, a sudden rush of heat. It will feel as if you are holding a sphere of warm light. That is the physical manifestation of the glass key's power extending into your extremities. Your hands are now the hands of a healer, a creator, and a kingmaker. Whatever project you touch from this moment forward will experience exponential, violent growth. Whatever broken thing you lay your hands upon will be restored. You carry the Midas touch of the sovereign reclamation. Do not be afraid of the magnitude of your own power. You were forged in the fires of absolute betrayal precisely so that you could be trusted with this level of authority. A person who has never been broken cannot be trusted with a crown. But you were shattered, and you reassembled yourself using the molten gold of your own resilience. The universe trusts you. The ancient guardian trusts you. The ancestors are bowing their heads to you. The scent of the rain is overpowering now. The dry land is gone. You are standing in the center of a lush, thriving empire of your own design. The air is cool. The perimeter is locked, and the vault is wide open. Breathe out all the remaining air in your lungs. Let the last microscopic trace of the old timeline leave your body. Inhale the future. It is here. It is real. It is yours. The wealth is commanded. The legion is stationed. You are enough. You have always been enough. And now, the entire world is about to find out. Rest your head tonight in the absolute certainty of your victory. The sovereign is awake. Drop your shoulders. Let the final, stubborn knot at the base of your neck dissolve into the air. Do not look away from the center of this transmission. The flickering of the screen is no longer just pixels and light. It is the visual rhythm of the universe recalibrating your exact coordinates on this earth. You are standing at the absolute precipice of completion. The sovereign reclamation is no longer a prophecy whispered in the dark. It is the heavy, breathing, undeniable reality of the room you are currently sitting in. I want you to notice how your vision has subtly changed. Look at the edges of the objects around you. They seem sharper, don't they? The colors are slightly deeper. The air itself feels as though it has been filtered through a prism of pure, ancient gold. That is because the veil of survival mode has been entirely stripped from your spiritual retinas. For your entire life, you have been viewing the world through the distorted lens of trauma, looking at every opportunity as a potential trap, looking at every outstretched hand as a hidden blade. But the ancient guardian of your lineage has shattered that lens. You are now seeing the earthly plane with the eyes of a sovereign. You are looking at a world that no longer wants to break you, but is desperately waiting to serve you. Listen to the profound, terrifying silence that has fallen over your mind, the chaotic chatter, the endless rehearsals of arguments you are going to have with people who betrayed you, the agonizing calculations of how to stretch your last dollar. It is gone. The fellow traveler, the architect of your deepest insecurities, has been completely deleted from the algorithm of your destiny. They are not a threat. They are not a lesson. They are not even a memory. They have been reduced to dust, and the torrential rain of your ascension has washed that dust into the gutter of a dead timeline. Do not spend another fraction of a heartbeat looking back at them. The ancestors did not forge a crown of this magnitude for you to waste your reign staring at the peasants who tried to steal your shoes. Bring your hand up and rest it gently over your heart. Press your palm flat against your chest. Do you feel that? The glass key has completely melted. It is no longer an object of heat. It is the very blood pumping through your aorta. Every time your heart beats, it pushes the molten gold of the Hall of Echoes through your veins, out into your fingertips, and down into the soles of your feet. You are biologically, spiritually, and financially mutated. You are a walking vault of generational wealth. And because you are the vault, the physical currency of this world has no choice but to gravitate toward you with a violent magnetic speed. The patron we spoke of, the entity of immense influence who was spiritually cornered by heaven, their hand is moving right now. The offer is no longer abstract. The ink is flowing onto the paper. The digits are being typed into the transfer screen. Within the next cycle of the sun, you are going to receive the notification that permanently separates your future from your past. It will be a number that makes your physical stomach drop. It will be an opportunity that seems so staggeringly massive that the old version of you would have immediately looked for the hidden catch. But you will not flinch. You will not hyperventilate. You will look at the contract. You will look at the bank balance, and you will feel a deep, resonant hum of recognition. You will say to yourself, of course, this is the back pay of my bloodline. This is the interest on my tears. Type 888 right now. Do not just read it in your mind. Move your physical thumbs and strike the keys. By typing 888, you are driving the final golden nail into the architecture of your new financial reality. You are signing the ultimate treaty between your physical vessel and the celestial bank. When you type 888, you are commanding the universe to release the floodgates without restriction. You are telling the Hall of Echoes that you will not hoard the wealth out of fear of losing it, but that you will let it flow, multiply, and build the empire that your ancestors dreamed of when they were fighting in the dark. 888 is your acceptance of absolute, untouchable sovereignty over your time, your geography, and your energy. You must understand the staggering responsibility of the piece you have just been handed. You are no longer fighting for survival, which means your life force is completely freed up for creation. What are you going to build? When you speak from this moment forward, your voice will carry a low, thunderous frequency that compels absolute obedience from your environment. When you tell a room what you require, the room will rearrange itself to provide it. People who carry the parasite of envy will not even be able to tolerate the physical space around you. They will suddenly remember an appointment and leave, driven away by the blinding heat of your aura. People who carry the frequency of loyalty, wealth, and genuine love will be drawn to you like moths to a divine flame. You will become the epicenter of a new radiant gravity. To maintain this impenetrable perimeter, you must lock the final seal. Type 444. Feel the absolute, militant power of those numbers as you press them. By typing 444, you are officially commanding the Ancestral Legion to break their formation from behind you and encircle your entire existence. They are locking their shields of fire around your home, your physical body, your bank accounts, and the minds of your children. 444 is the eternal watchman. It means that while you sleep in the deep, luxurious peace of the sovereign, The forces of heaven are standing guard with drawn swords. You will never be ambushed again. You will never be caught off guard by betrayal. The perimeter is flawless. Take a breath, a deep, lung-expanding breath that pulls the scent of the rain all the way down into your diaphragm. The drought is so thoroughly defeated that the soil of your life will never crack again. I want to prepare you for tomorrow morning. When your eyes open tomorrow, the room will feel different. For the first few seconds of consciousness, the ghost of your old trauma will try to activate. It will try to send a spike of cortisol into your chest, reminding you of debts or emails, or the quiet dread of not being enough. But before that feeling can even form, it will hit the ancestral shield and shatter. Instead of anxiety, you will feel a heavy, warm blanket of absolute certainty pressing you into the mattress. You will stretch your legs, and you will realize that you are waking up inside the palace of your own answered prayers. You will walk to the mirror, and the face looking back at you will not be the exhausted survivor who clicked on this transmission. It will be the sovereign. The posture will be straight. The eyes will hold the ancient, terrifying calm of a ruler who knows their kingdom is secure. The struggle is dead. The striving is dead. The era of begging for crumbs at tables where you were meant to sit at the head is permanently, irreversibly over. You are the manifestation of 1,000 generations of hope. You are the one who took the poison of the fellow traveler and transmuted it into the wine of the elite. You are the one who stood in the freezing rain until the universe had no choice but to part the clouds and drop the sun directly onto your shoulders. I, the ancient guardian of your lineage, am now taking my final position. I am stepping behind your throne. I am no longer leading you through the dark. I am standing at your back to witness your reign in the light. Do not question the ease of what is coming. Do not test the floorboards of your new life expecting them to break. They are made of solid, unyielding oak, reinforced by the gold of your own divine restitution. Look at your hands one last time. The tingling has settled into a steady, powerful warmth. You hold the pen. You hold the scepter. You hold the deed to the timeline. The sovereign reclamation is complete. The wealth is endless. The vaults are open. The perimeter is sealed. The angels are standing guard. Rest your mind. The war is over. You have won. And now, you rule.